Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hamsyari bin Adzmi. Today I will present about my undergraduate final year project, which is a study of student contribution towards developing new approach of sustainable campus in UTHM Pagoh. For the starter, I will start with the abstract. This study shows the result about the study of students' contribution towards underdeveloping of sustainable campus on UTHM Pagoh. As we all know, UTHM Pagoh Campus is currently under the progress slowly towards sustainable campus. Therefore, in this research, we want to identify level of students' involvement and interest towards initiated sustainable programs. But before that, research about the current and planned initiated sustainable program that can be initiated must find out first. This is to increase more knowledge about a sustainable building in a campus. Other than that, the objective of the study is to identify initiated sustainable program towards green campus in UTHM Pagoh. Next, to identify the level of satisfaction of students on the current progress towards sustainable building, and to analyze the level of students. And lastly, to analyze the level of student involvement and contribution towards initiated sustainable programs. In this research, to determine the pattern of the situation, quantitative approaches were used. The data collected from respondents were analysed using SPSS, Microsoft Excel, and Google Forms. This research also gives a proper recommendations based on the data that have been collected and making analysis on the questionnaire that have been distributed. To conclude, the awareness level among students is moderate, and the result can be used for future research to ensure the level of students' awareness can be increased for the environmental aspect and can prevent from pollution and land destruction. Alright, now I will continue with the introduction. The World Commission on Environment and Development, WCD, titled Our Common Future, has raised the sustainability idea in the agenda of socio-economic and environmental dimension of development to new heights. At the International Green Building Conference in Singapore, the United Nations Environment Programme UNEP expert Dr. Arab Oballah stated that almost no country in the world can hope to achieve carbon dioxide reduction targets without including the building sectors into their plan of action. Building industry has been identified as one of the big resource users as buildings converge in themselves major index of energy and water consumption, raw material, employment, and usage of land. The green technology is an initiative involving various kinds of methodologies and materials enhancement, from techniques for generating energy to non-toxic cleaning products. The main goal to achieve in this rapidly growing field includes sustainability of the economic development, with many scientific studies pertaining to the green technology pointing to global warming and climate changes caused by greenhouse gases. There is an ever-increasing societal push for environmentally friendly mechanisms to help reduce the impact resulting from fossil fuel consumption, landfill, and industrial sector wastage. The current research by industry groups are pursuing and exploring the alternative for green energy sources of production. Government and World Energy Council (WEC) are playing the key roles to develop and implement a wide scale of green technology effort that meet the needs of society through indefinite ways into the future without damaging or depleting natural resources. In short, meeting present needs without compromising the future generation by ability to meet their own needs. Lastly, green building is the practice of creating structures and using processes that are environmentally and resource efficient throughout a building life cycle. It covers from seeding to design, construction, operation, maintenance, renovation, demolition, and everything from the choice of building material to where a building is located. Okay, next I will explain about the methodology of this research. Starting from stage 1, purpose of research, make an assessment of the level of sustainability awareness of UTHM students. And next, issues and problem statements. UTHM student sustainability awareness toward green campus in UTHM Pagoh. And next, we go through to stage 2 and 3. First, for the objective 1, to identify initiated sustainable program towards green campus. The method is first data collection, literature review and questionnaire, the data analysis using Google Form, SPSS, and Microsoft Excel. And the result finding, list of sustainability program that has been held, student awareness, knowledge, and involvement gained from the sustainability. Okay. We're moving on to the objective 2, to identify the level of satisfaction of students on the current progress towards sustainable building. The method of data collection is same, literature review and questionnaire. The analysis also same, Google Forms, SPSS, and Microsoft Excel. The result finding will be student awareness and comprehension toward all sustainability program, understanding on how to build a sustainability society among students. And lastly, objective 3, to analyze the level of student involvement and contribution towards initiated sustainable programs. The data collection will be literature review and questionnaire, and the analysis Google Form, SPSS, and Microsoft Excel. And the result finding will be impact of students' contribution and involvement to achieve the Green Campus concept. And lastly, the student interest towards sustainable program. For the conclusion, discussion of the finding of the research and suggestion will be a review for the improvement. Okay, we're moving on to the result and discussion. First, for part A, demographic factor, the questionnaire was obtained from 86 person, 65.2% of male and 46% of female, 34.8% responded from 100% respondent. Most of the respondents in the study are between 21 to 25 years old with a frequency of 93% or 70.5%. The majority of respondents that provide feedback in the study are from degree, which is 108%, 81.8%. The highest respondent ranking for faculty is from the FTK, 82%, with 62.1%. Okay, next for the part B, which is the objective 1, to identify initiated sustainable program towards Green Campus. The average respondent based on mean score will disagree 1.00 to 2.00 toward identification of initiated sustainable program towards Green Campus in UTHM Pagoh. They also have a doubt whether they have joined any sustainable program in UTHM Pagoh. And next, majority of them only had joined only one program of sustainable since studying in UTHM Pagoh. And also the average of respondent was not surely known the existence of sustainable program. There are also some students states that they receive an impact regarding the knowledge and awareness of sustainability from the participation of sustainable programs. And lastly, based on the open-ended question, the respondent gives some opinion about why the sustainability in UTHM is not practiced or implemented properly. And they state also that the building in the campus is not green building compliant. Alright, next for the objective 2, to identify the level of satisfaction of students on the current progress towards sustainable building. The survey found that the respondent average was aware 4 to 5, which is agree, of the current progress towards sustainability of building in UTHM Pagoh. Most of the respondents also have education and knowledge on the concept of sustainable campus implemented in UTHM Pagoh. There are some that are not satisfied with the current progress of sustainable campus in UTHM Pagoh. Also, this shows some of the sustainability factor in the campus is not well implemented. And lastly, the university should take action in terms of implementation of sustainability. And lastly, for objective 3, to analyze the level of student involvement and contribution towards initiated sustainable program. The respondents are undecided, which is neutral, towards student involvement and contribution towards initiated sustainable program. An average of respondents, however, thinking all building construction are based on green technology principle, but still have some of the respondents think that not every building have green technology principle. It has been proved that some of the students are aware about the principle of green building is not applied in every building, which is why the level of contribution for students is a natural 2.00 to 3.00. They also use public transportation, and lastly, they also use public transportation and ride share to attend class based on the question. Alright, lastly, for the conclusion, the 3 objectives that has been proposed at the beginning of the research were achieved through quantitative approaches we use, which are questionnaire. In addition, the feedback of respondents for the first objective to identify initiated sustainable program towards Green Campus indicate that the majority of respondents are aware, which is agree, of the existence of the sustainable program. This means that some respondents have been exposed to the sustainability campaign, but some of them are not aware of the existence. Next, for the second objective, to identify the level of satisfaction of students on the current progress towards sustainable building, indicate that the majority of the respondents satisfied and were aware of the sustainability campaign at the campus. Only a handful of students still did not satisfy with the implementation of the sustainability campaign. Subsequently, the third objective of the study, which is to analyze the level of student involvement and contribution to initiated sustainable program on the first question of part D, shows that the student always assume that all building construction are based on green technology. Finally, the researchers hope that these research can benefit all students of UTHM Pagoh Campus. the result obtained from the survey questionnaire, observation, and perception of the respondent should be taken seriously by the management as well as any parties involved to provide a better and safer environment for everyone, especially UTHM students. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.